Thanks very much, Aaron. How good is this? It's so fantastic for us as a club, the South East Melbourne Phoenix, to be back here in regional Victoria, here at Gris. And as you can see, this fantastic clinic going on behind us. Our players, our staff, we love this event. We love coming out here and getting involved in the community. And the reason for that is because of the support we get from the community, we get from council, we get from the Victorian State Government to come out here and bring our product to regional Victoria. This is the fourth iteration of the South East Melbourne Phoenix coming out to Gris and Latrobe City Council to play a points game during the season, so we're really excited about that. Tickets will be going on sale in the next 48 hours. Like I said, this is our fourth iteration of the game, and everyone, all of the games prior have sold out, so we're really excited about getting a big crowd in there on January 11th against the Brisbane Bullets early in the new year. As I've said, since the beginning of this franchise, getting out to the regions has been a really big part of the club's DNA. We were able to play a pre-season game in Wangaratta this year. Bit of noise going on back there. And so to be able to bring a regular season game here to Gris and the Latrobe City Council is another sort of win for the club. Just like to have a very big thank you to Minister Dimopoulos for coming out here and for supporting this event over the course of the past few years, and again into 2025 and 2026. So huge thank you to you, Minister, and to the Victorian State Government for the support. Another huge thank you to Latrobe City Council, to James Rouse, who's here representing the council, for all of their support. This is truly a partnership. This would not have continued on for so long without the enormous input and support of Latrobe City Council. So an enormous thank you to them, and to the team here at Gris who go out of their way to make us feel comfortable and to put on a fantastic show every single year. So with that being said, just a big thank you from us at the Phoenix. We love this partnership. We're really excited to see it move on into the next 2 years, and we're looking forward to seeing a packed house here at Gris on January 11th. So thank you.
Thanks very much, Tony, and thank you to. This is what it's all about. I love this. Being able to hear the excitement and the joy. We are very proud. We call ourselves the sports capital of the country, one of the sports capitals of the world. But you can't be a sports capital if all you do is focus on the city. But we're definitely not focused just on the city. We focus right through regional and rural Victoria, and this will be, as Tony said, the fourth regular NBL season match that South East Melbourne Phoenix play right here at Gris in Latrobe Valley and in Gippsland. And that's important because those young people behind me get to access the players they love and idolise right here on home ground, be trained by them. I mean, that is such a rare opportunity. It's an extraordinary opportunity. It incentivises those people, those young people, to then want to be achieving the aspirations of elite athletes, or even if they just want to have fun. That's the purpose of the partnership between the Victorian Government, Latrobe City Council, and I want to thank Latrobe City Council and Phoenix and the NBL for this partnership. This is a deal that we're really happy to be part of for the next 2 years again. So renewed the previous deal for 25 and 26. As Tony said, the tickets are on sale for the match against the Brisbane Bullets on January 11. But being in place, in community, where people can come and see in their own neighbourhood elite athletes, elite basketballers. And in fact, Phoenix has really made Latrobe Valley its home in terms of providing a team in the NBL that the Latrobe Valley can get behind. And the Victorian Government is very, very pleased to be a partner in this deal between Latrobe City and Phoenix. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Minister. On behalf of Latrobe City Council, it's my pleasure to welcome everybody here this afternoon for the celebration of the upcoming South East Melbourne Phoenix versus Brisbane Bullets NBL game that will be hosted in Latrobe City on the 11th of January 2025. This will be, as the Minister's mentioned, this will be the fourth in-season game that South East Melbourne Phoenix have hosted here at the Gippsland Regional Sports Stadium for an in-season game as part of what's been an incredibly successful partnership between council, the state government and the South East Melbourne Phoenix. We're expecting a full house in January of approximately 3,000 people ready to watch an action-packed day. Latrobe City Council is proud to have invested $25,000 from our major event attraction budget to help facilitate this event. Our leisure and events teams are working really closely with the South East Melbourne Phoenix to assist with the delivery of the event and engaging local suppliers, which is a crucial part of these types of partnerships. And it's expected that the game will generate an economic impact of $650,000 for the region. It's also an incredibly wonderful opportunity for basketball fans to see an NBL game locally in their own backyard. We look forward to hosting the team once again in January, and again we thank everybody for being here today. Thank you.
We'll open up the questions. So Tommy, you want to jump in? We'll have to do Tommy first. Feel free to come up, just don't block the cameras. So maybe sneak just all good. Tommy, jump up there.
Good.
Nick, fire away, guys.
Tommy, how important is a game like this in regional areas? Obviously, you try and get out to regional market. How important is it to be in a regional area?
It's incredibly important. I'm a country kid at heart. I grew up in the country. Plenty of our players are country Victorian athletes. You know, Nathan Sobey coming from Warrnambool. So I know firsthand how important it is to bring professional sport out to the regions and expose the kids and next generation to that, you know, the professional product. It's been a core part of this club's DNA right from inception. It's something we're really proud of, and we're looking forward to continuing.
From a player's perspective, what are they saying in relation to days like today? Obviously, we've got the score thing. What are they saying?
Look, they love it. You know, being the fourth iteration of this game, the players and the staff have got really used to the fact that this is part of our calendar. They really enjoy getting out here and getting amongst it and getting involved in the community. You know, we've had a couple of really exciting games be played out here over the course of the last 4 years, including a game that went to double OT. I think it was double OT. Was it, Aaron?
It was.
Yep. You know, they love the college-like atmosphere of 3,000 people tearing the roof off the Gris Stadium.
Tommy, congratulations on your tenure as CEO firstly.
Thank you.
You've done a wonderful job. And I think also having that vision as well to bring the games out here to Gippsland and understanding that this is a growth corridor. We've got some names coming out. Obviously, Whitey's playing for United. Jade Melbourne playing up at Canberra. You've got Ashley Nightingale at Bendigo at the moment. Will Hamilton's just won the MVP up in Canberra as well. So this is a really big growth corridor. How has it evolved from your first initial idea of bringing the game out here to what you hope, obviously, over the next couple of years and maybe seeing more players wear the green and black of the Phoenix?
Yeah, well, thank you very much. I mean, it's no surprise to anyone that country Victoria breeds some of the best athletes that Australia has to offer. That's no surprise. So, you know, making it a focus for our club to make sure that we do get out and get involved in the regions and make sure that, you know, the regional areas are aware of our product and our pathway is really important to us. In terms of that evolution, I think it's more of an awareness piece at the moment. It's more of just sort of making sure that you're there, you're seen, and that, you know, country Victorians and regional Victorians understand that, you know, there is a club in Melbourne that cares for them and is there to provide that pathway for them when they're ready to take the next step.
From a club perspective on things, and basketball can be a little bit convoluted with a pathway to get to A, B and C with college and everything like that. That NBL 1 pathway is there. I know Gippsland United and the basketball scene here are hopefully down the track looking to maybe get that. Is that what you see from an NBL point of view and a club standpoint? Is that the immediate feeder from an Australian product point of view and young guns coming through? Is that what you would like to see maybe out here down the track as well to help you guys out?
I tell you what, I hope they're making this much noise on January 11th. That's all I hope.
That'll happen, no doubt.
Fantastic. Look, that's a really natural pathway. Plenty of athletes come through that pathway, but as you said, I don't want to call it convoluted, but there are a lot of different pathways athletes can take in this sport. When you've got the American college system, you've got the development players within the NBL, you've got the NBL 1 pathway, state teams, AIS, the COE, state teams. There's a myriad of different ways athletes can make their way to the top, which I think is a fantastic thing because it gives more athletes an opportunity to be seen and to be able to sort of take that next step. I guess the short answer is, if they're really good at basketball, come to the Phoenix.
Tommy, just in terms of the actual fixture itself, the games that take place, usually the games held in December, a few weeks after Christmas.
Yep.
Is there a reason for that, or is it just because of the NBL schedule?
Yeah, look, I mean, the NBL schedule's a difficult matrix when you've got sort of 10 teams and a lot of competing interests to make things happen. But we think the December 11 fixture is a really good timing for Latrobe City and Latrobe City Council and the people out here. It's a time where kids are on school holiday. So yeah, we're hoping that we get all those families looking for something to do here on December 11th, January 11th.
Any other questions from me?
Minister, from a technical perspective on things, I know Ballarat, Geelong, the big provincial cities have probably got those big marquee stadiums and things like this. This is a state-of-the-art facility. A lot of money's gone into it. Gippsland's a little bit different. You've got to travel. You've got to go from point A to point B. From a tourism perspective, why should people come to this game?
Well, Gippsland is a bit different. You've got to travel, but there's also so much that you can do when you're here. It's a food bowl of not just Victoria, the country. It's got some of the best landscapes you've ever seen. And I've just come from an announcement where we're asking all Gippslanders, all Victorians in fact, to have their say on the Engage Vic website about outdoor recreation and tourism opportunities in what is state forests that have been reclaimed from native timber harvesting. So there's economic opportunities for people in Gippsland. But why this is important is, you're right, it's a great stadium. We've invested in it together with council. But you don't just come here for the game. It's an extraordinary game. And if the kids are yelling as much as they are now, it'll be even more energy and enthusiasm. But you come here to then go and explore the best of food and wine and drink and accommodation right here in Gippsland. So yeah, it might be a couple of night trip. I reckon that the best would be 2 or 3 nights. Very different to Ballarat and Bendigo, but so much more compelling in some respects for a longer visit. This is a beautiful region, and we are very, very lucky to have it as part of the Victorian tourism offering. And when people come here, the Latrobe Council has just done some economic modelling, 650,000. That's great. I reckon it might even be more if you look at the ongoing benefits of, once you've come here, you've actually discovered the natural beauty, you've discovered the food and the drink. We even had the launch of the Food and Wine Festival in Gippsland last year, the regional one. You will come back time and time again. So it fills accommodation, it fills pubs, and it fills a lot of restaurants and other activities people will do. So we love it, and that's why we're committed to that 2-year deal, but we're committed to more as well. And we'll have announcements to make through the significant sporting events program in the future.
To compete, Gippsland's really interesting in that you've got pockets of population, whereas, as I mentioned, Geelong and Ballarat and Bendigo, they've got those central 100,000 plus areas. But this is a provincial market. People will come.
Yeah.
I think one thing that's probably missing from our landscape at the moment is that stadium, that 10,000 seat stadium from an outdoor point of view. Is there scope for that on the radar? I know we're still probably topping it a little bit after what happened at the Commonwealth Games and missing out there. But is there scope for that down the track, such as Mars Stadium in Ballarat, for instance, or something along those lines?
I would never say no. I think most assets, sporting assets across regional Victoria, are run and owned by the councils, but we've partnered with the council significantly, including through embellishing this extraordinary asset. So while we're not doing the Commonwealth Games, we're still investing in the community infrastructure that we're committed to, including housing and sports infrastructure. So not that I'm asking the new council to make a decision, but I'd be always open to opportunities to do things in Gippsland and Latrobe Valley when it comes to sport. It doesn't have to be a stadium, but if that's an opportunity, then I'm prepared to look at that too. Thanks very much.
Always being sold out. What do you think that does from the major events being sold to Latrobe Valley?
Yeah, well, I'm really pleased that Phoenix has become such a good partner, because they could decide that they do all their games at John Cain or elsewhere. So you need a excellent professional sports club to go, yeah, we'll make that decision because we know it's meaningful and important. You need a local council which backs it, as Latrobe does, and you need a state government. I think the fact that they fill a stadium, they fill this space, is amazing because not only don't expect people to travel that far, the fact that they do travel is there's a lower threshold really for if you get 3,000 here, it's like getting 10,000 or more in Melbourne. I'm extraordinarily proud of that. It means a lot. It means a lot to the players. It means a lot to the community that come here with their family. Why should you have to drive 2 hours or more to access a professional sporting match? You shouldn't have to. You know, of course, there'll be things you drive to Melbourne for, absolutely. But we are absolutely committed, whether it be the Morwell Gun Club that we announced funding for or here, that people get to see professional athletes from basketball players to shooters to others right through regional Victoria. And that matters. It matters for the economy, but it matters also for the egalitarianism that we as a government back in terms of sports should be accessible to everybody right through Victoria, from the highest levels to the community level.